gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pointers. Yeah, homies got me pointers. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really want it.
Well, no rain to worry about today, but as you'd expect this time of year, very muggy in downtown Jacksonville here at TIAA Bank Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mills. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup of 38. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here's Pierce. Will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down to get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now ETN to start the drive. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted last week, they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards that time. The Jaguars are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. 1st and 10, Willis. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Texans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mills. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Flushed out right. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. And this one is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Mills. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. Randall. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills. He finds his target. Beckham. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play fake, Mills. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to the ground with Pierce. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Play action now. Mills. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to throw, Willis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down throw for Mills. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. CeeDee Lamb, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. Nineteen tight.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Trap 50.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Willis looking to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Play fake. Here's Willis. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Pierce now up the middle. And able to use a stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From just shy of midfield, Mills. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It's caught inside the 25. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can try out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd down, here's Willis. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. 3rd down, it's Willis. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Mills on 1st down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mills now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That is caught by Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Willis backed up near his goal line here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second down throw coming by Willis. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Willis will look to throw on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a
touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 46 yards, and the Jaguars get a bit closer.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Pierce on the counter. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mills. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. You're just going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Willis. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So, Charles, this organization used a high pick to acquire this man's defensive services, and that's a good reason why right there as he's able to force the safety.
Yeah, it's not just his athletic ability that they drafted. They love his mind. And to me, he saw that play develop in his head before the snap. He knew the point he needed to get to. And unbelievable instincts for the game came to the front. Heck of a play he just made right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 score. And now here is another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at the 45. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understand?
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Mills. And hitting Juju on the slant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Give to Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Matthew Wright set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down, Willis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. This time, the extra point up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yard.